a really great history lesson, okay? Obviously, all right, it is Black History Month, okay? And I'm coming to you guys with some really great Black history tips, the reasons for why we have some trauma in the finance world, things like that, right? So, today we're going to talk about the reasons for why it's a challenge for us to actually, save money and live better, right? Like Walmart. I'm going to say that name. But so make sure you click the like button, okay? Subscribe to my channel and also, share this video because it's a really great history lesson, right? So, have you ever wondered why your grandparents either they like saved money and they put money, like they stashed money up under the mattress, or you might have your grandma say, "Oh, I put it in my pocketbook." Okay, her pocketbook was up here. Or you had a situation where it was just like a really big challenge for you to actually save money. And I don't know if you guys know this, but as far as in the black dollar in our community, it only stays within our community for about 6 hours versus other communities like the Latino community, right? Or, the Jewish community, their dollars actually stay within their community for at least 20 days to like 24 days or so, right? Before they actually spend outside of their community. So I want to talk about the reasons for why, all right? The reasons for why, well, we have this issue, okay? So just to give you guys a really quick Black history lesson, okay? Hey, everybody, welcome. Just to give you guys a quick Black history lesson. I think I talked about this one time before on my channel, just a really quick snippet. But this time, I'm actually going to go into the full, details of it, okay? So stick to the end of the video. So pretty much Freeman Bank, which if you've heard me talk about that particular bank, yeah, it was an actual bank, okay? So Freeman Bank in the mid-1800s scammed Black peoples out of millions of dollars, okay, which was so traumatic for us. This really created a real traumatic situation for us to be able to save money. Have you ever wondered why it's hard for you to save $1? Well, this is why. And also, if you notice that you are like into instant spending, so as soon as you get money, you got to spend it, you got to get rid of it. These are the reasons for why, okay? Back in 1871, Congress authorized banks to provide business loans and mortgages. Such mortgage loans were usually sent to or administered to whites only back then, with the expense of Black depositors. Risky investments and lending patterns coupled corruption at the level of upper management. Okay, so obviously whoever was handling the money for Freeman's Bank, they was corrupt, as we all know. Massive fraud among upper management and among the board of directors had taken its toll on the bank. Moreover, economic sustainability or instability at the time brought upon the panic of the 1873, coupled with the bank's rapid expansion, proved disastrous, however you say that, okay? The Freeman's Bank was officially closed June 29th, 1874. At the point of closing, they had 61,144 Black depositors who were robbed out of the equivalent of $66 million. Let me say that again. Freeman's Bank was a bank that came out in 1871, specifically for Black folks. So in 1871, that's when we became free, right, from slavery, I guess you can say, around that time. And then they had a bank for Blacks. The reasons for why they actually created this particular bank is because they saw that Black folks was actually saving money more than anybody else. They was like, okay, these folks is saving money. They know what's going on. They know what they're doing, right? So how can we possibly lure them in, right, to get some money out of them or to actually suppress them? And this is one of the tactics. I mean, robbing $66 million, literally just poof, gone, is really created a big line of traumatic experiences. Not to mention, around the same time, right? On or around the same time, a lot of our great-grandparents, they would put money they would still either live on the land or work for the landowner. I don't want to call them a slave owner at the time. They was landowners, okay? And a lot of our great-great-grandparents, our great-grandparents or so, they would put their money in tin cans somewhere out in the field, or they would stuff it under the mattress, things like that. Well, the thing about that is the landowner would actually come when they're out in the field working and actually take their money away from them. So it made it really, really hard for Blacks to be able to save, which is also one of the reasons for why it's hard for you to save today, all right? So that's a little Black history lesson, but let's talk about how this is still continuing on today in today's time, okay? In 2012, Wells Fargo Bank agreed to pay at least $175 million to settle accusations that it discriminated against Black and Hispanic borrowers in violation of fair lending laws. The lawsuit, filed in April 14th of 2022 in the North District of California, states that the bank approved more white borrowers for a mortgage loan compared to Black applicants in 2020. When the Federal CARES Act created by the COVID-19 pandemic prompted historically low rates, okay? It also alleges that Black clients, including those with high credit scores, okay, were given an average interest rate of 3.34% compared to the 3.23% that the white borrowers was getting, okay? Plaintiffs are seeking $5 million in damages, the lawsuit states. They are being represented by Tallahassee attorney Ben Crump of Ben Crump Law and co-counsel Linda Freeman and everyone from the Freeman in Chicago, right? Stowell and Freeman, sorry. Wells Fargo says, and you guys know, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all of these big main banks that's been here for all of these years, okay, especially places like Goldman Sachs and all of those places, they always treat Black people like, they always do higher interest rates no matter what we do. We can have the highest credit score compared to our, fellow white American, right? And either way, we're still going to pay way more than what they pay, or we might even get denied, no matter what the credit is, right? So Wells Fargo said this. Wells Fargo says its mission is helping customers succeed financially, okay? So during a press conference Monday, in Atlanta, that's what Crump said. They're not helping Black Americans succeed financially when they engage in a pattern of practice of corporate behavior that denies financial opportunities to customers and charges more for the same services than they charge white customers, and it's true. The ongoing discrimination can make us feel like there is no hope for us in banking. Since the recent news of the major bank conspiracy, I took the initiative to provide you all with a list of some favorable banks. So I want us to go over some really good banks, some banks that are specifically for us, the colors, okay, the Black folks. And there is some really great banks out here that we can actually take on that have some Black leaders already in the bank. So one of the banks that is nationwide, I'm pretty sure you guys know about it, is One United. One United is a bank that is pretty good, pretty decent when it comes down to treating us Black folks, without the discrimination and all that stuff, treating us equal, right? Another one is called First Choice. First Choice is actually based out of Atlanta, Georgia. That's another bank that you can actually bank with as a African American or as a Black individual. There's another one called Kingly. Okay, Kingly is another bank. Mo Cafe is another bank, and my favorite out of the list is Greenwood. Okay, Greenwood is a brand new bank. Okay, that is actually all of the board members are Black, okay? And it's also, if you guys know who Killer Mike is, he's actually a part of that board as well. And so what they all have done was collectively created a bank specifically for persons of colors or really Black folks, right? So with that being said, you guys can join Greenwood Bank, okay? Just keep in mind that with that particular bank, one, there is a waiting list. And two, that bank actually is so good to join. Think of it like a credit union type of feel, because that's what it is. It's more of like a membership, right? They actually donate and they give out grants every month to small businesses and also to people that need help, especially in personal help. Like if you need money for rent, for utilities, things like that, you must be a person of color, obviously, in order to qualify for these extra benefits with this card. But ultimately, the whole membership helps out its members in any financial hardship that you might be in. So Greenwood Bank is a really good one. So my superior solution, okay, is we need to get in a habit of taking on more responsibilities, right? It's time for us to pull out a sheet of paper, write down our financial factors. So write down all your bills, how much you got to pay, things like that. What are your income goals, and what is your current debt to income ratio? These questions are important when you're in the process of organizing your finances. NerdWallet actually provides us with a list of money saving tips, and here are my personal favorites. So automatic transfers, okay? So you can set up like auto pay with your bills, and that actually helps you with saving money, right? You can prep for grocery shopping, so you can actually, and this might take a while, but during these times of recession, it's actually gonna cost you some time in order for you to be able to start saving money, even if it's just a couple cents here, a dollar or two here. It really does matter, especially in these times of inflation, for sure. Okay, so you might have to take out some time, but before you go grocery shopping, just make sure you choose you know exactly what stores you're going to. If you're gonna get paper plates, okay, paper plates at Walmart might be more expensive than paper plates at Family Dollar or Dollar General. Just saying. So start doing your research and, really start prepping for your shopping sprees, okay? Cancel unnecessary subscriptions. That's like my favorite one. Actually, that's something I literally just did over the weekend, which is cancel all subscriptions. I literally canceled all of them, from Netflix, Hulu, all of them, okay, including, I've canceled all of my subscriptions except for my actual client management systems, right? My CMS systems that I use for you all to keep all of my clients in, right? But other than that, I canceled all of my subscriptions. And what I'm going to do is take the necessary time to see, okay, if I actually need the subscription, I'll go ahead and resubscribe. And then this time, I will take a note of the reasons for why I actually need that subscription, okay? But other than that, I noticed that I spent over $500 a month. Yes, over $500 a month in subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. Okay, Amazon is hitting me like 4 different times for some reason a month. All right, different credit monitoring systems that I don't even use still to this day, and things like that. So cancel these subscriptions, you guys. Get a list, take a look at your actual bank statements, all of them, and highlight all of those subscriptions. Call these people up or log in and cancel them, okay, and start from scratch. And then also you can create the 50-30-20 budget, okay? And I talked about this a little bit. I did upload a short, and I also talked about this on my last video, like 2 videos ago. But the 50-30-20 budget is something that you can budget in your business and also personally too. So one smart way to manage your money and hopefully hold more of it, right, is to follow this budget, which means, 50% of it can be like your tax income, or it can go to savings, right? 30% it can go to your wants, and 20% can go to your savings, okay, or start paying any debts off, right? So 50-30-20 rule is something that you can implement in anything. For me, with the 50-30-20 rule, I actually use that for my business. So 50% just goes into payroll, 20% goes into savings or to taxes, and 30% goes into reinvestment. And with the 50-30-20 rule on the personal side, you can do 50% goes into having to pay, whatever utility bills, things like that. 30% can go into, whatever else, leisure, wants, and things like that. And 20% can actually go into your savings, right? So you guys always have the ability to save money. There's so many money saving tips out here, and also credit building tips. But ultimately, right, we always know, even with you building business credit and stuff, depending on what types of banks and places that you guys are actually going to, you might experience a little bit of racial discrimination, but nevertheless, don't allow that to block you or stop you from getting you to the next level, okay? So this was a really great history lesson. I just wanted to give you guys the reasons for why it might be a challenge for us to actually save money, especially during these times of inflation. Like, as soon as you guys receive some money, I know it's like it's hot in your hands. You just gotta let it go, all right? But no, start saving your money. This is the perfect time to actually keep your money, keep every dollar, watch every dollar that you spend, because in these times of inflation, according to the Federal Reserve and everyone else, it's gonna get even worse, okay? Like, they're not gonna go down on any price for nothing. Nothing's gonna go back to, we're never gonna see dollar gas again. We're never gonna see that. I remember when I first got my car, gas was $1.97, and I was complaining back then. Now, whew, okay, so we're probably never going to see that again. Bread is never going to go down. Eggs is never going to go down. Matter of fact, I read an article the other day that at the Mexican border, they're actually smuggling eggs. All right, so with that being said, you guys, just keep in mind that the times that we're in, it's going to take some work, a little bit of like work, but you gotta start saving your money. And then once you save your money, start looking at different places that you can invest in your funds in, okay? Invest, all right? Invest, whether that be stocks, whether that's like crypto, trading, whatever it is, actually start thinking about investing, okay? Investing in some residual income, something that can consistently come every month, passive income, something that does not require you to actually physically be there to work, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little Black History lesson, okay? The link is down below in the description so you can actually read the full article about this particular topic. But I really thought it was very important for us to actually talk about it and the reasons for why we have an issue with saving some money, okay? So if you guys want some of my business tips, all right, some of my help, make sure you text #business to 305-686-0781. I offer a coaching, right? I actually coach coaches as well, all right? So, but ultimately in my coachings, we do more than just build business credit. We actually strategize together on the best ways to get you to that next level, or to at least get you started, right? Get a little pip in your step, right? So my coachings, it feels like family, right? You guys know, if you are here on this watching here now, you can comment down below. Let these people know how we are as far as with our coachings and in my consultations, but they're very, personable. And I love everything that we talk about and every idea that you guys have, okay? So definitely, if you want some help, if you feel like you are alone in your business, especially financially, you don't know which way to step, okay? You don't know which steps to take. You don't know where to look. You don't know. You have me, okay, you guys, you have me. You don't have to do this all alone. I did it alone, all right? And I know how it feels. I know how it feels to fail in your business financially. I know how it feels to like you're failing. You don't know what you're doing. But you have someone, which is me, that will give you the reassurance that you need, okay? And also the education. If there's something that I don't know, I am going to find it out, okay? I am the resource queen. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for staying on this live and being here. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys this weekend, okay? Make sure you subscribe, share this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.